Hello, welcome everybody. This is Dottie Berry, and we'd like to say it's a great evening here in Blaine, Washington. I don't know where you're at, but here in the Pacific Northwest, it's been a beautiful day. I mean, it's so beautiful that, this is kind of crazy, but I did this Facebook post, and there was a rainbow over the toilet paper. I don't know. But rainbows are rainbows, right? They always mean great things. But anyway, my name is Dottie Berry, aka Coach B, known as the Google Hangout Maven, and I'm a consultant coach, trainer, and speaker. And I'm beginning to be known a little bit now, I'm just taking it on, as the BLAB Maven. I don't know. Barry, I like to say everybody's a maven. It's not like claiming, oh, look at me, I'm a maven, I'm a maven. It's just that you, if you're visiting with us tonight, you have a story to share and a skill to impart, and everybody does. So we're going to be talking about the platform called BLAB tonight. Very interesting platform, blowing up all over social media. So Barry, you have just sort of been introduced to it through some things I said, and I said we're going to train on it tonight. So what do you think?
Well, I think BLAB is definitely a really cool video feature or platform here. It has a lot of distinct features that I noticed were different than a Google Hangout or versus any other live feed. If it's just a video that you take on your phone, a lot different platform. And I'm excited to hear some of what you have to share with it. And I'm also going to share some of the things that I've done with it the other night. And hopefully we'll be able to introduce BLAB to a lot more people.
Hey, sounds great. Because seriously, this is what I call the video streaming revolution. If you're not doing something with video today and you're in marketing, you need to reconsider, okay? And it's not about taking your phone and making videos anymore. That's almost like past tense, isn't it, Barry? It's like, what do you really want to do today? You want to get on platforms where people are engaging, and there's different ways that people can engage. I'm actually going to be doing a BLAB tomorrow about why and when Google Hangouts and why and when BLAB. And I'm also in the middle of writing an ebook about the various video streaming ones like Periscope, Hangouts, things like that, just to sort of educate people. So let me just again, though, welcome everybody. I don't know whether you are in our community of Power Lead System and what we call Lead Lightning, or if you're a visitor. But if somebody invited you as a visitor, we're really happy to have you tonight, no matter where you are in the world. You may be watching this live, or you may watch it later at a later time, the recording. Because let me explain just a little bit how it works, since we are talking about streaming live video. In a Google Hangout, okay, that is an actual live stream YouTube video. And in the moment, that's what a Hangout does. And Google owns YouTube. Some of you have heard this before, but for the new people, they may not realize it. So Google, 2008 or what, paid billions of dollars for YouTube. It was a smart move on their part. They saw what the future was going to hold. And so that's a very, very great platform. And the minute a Google Hangout is over, you can actually have that recorded forever. It's called an evergreen video, okay? Now, I even have been teaching people in the past that you really need to use this Google Hangout platform to record your individual videos. What do I mean by that? Let's say that I've got a great tip about using Instagram, or a great tip about using BLAB. In fact, I'm going to do this in a couple of days. I'm going to do an actual Hangout video, in other words, on the Hangout platform, and I'm going to do it about BLAB, that platform in social media, because that Hangout that I'll use, where I'm not, having Barry on or anybody else, I'm just giving a tip, that will get great SEO, because the Google Hangouts do that. Google owns search. There's other search, Bing, Yahoo, and all like that. But we don't say, I'm going to Google that for nothing, right, Barry? That's the way it is today. So that means that Google owning that, they give a lot of love to YouTube videos. Why? Because that's family. So I teach people how to do that. But you can do those kind of videos with Periscope as well. Periscope's different than BLAB. We're going to concentrate on BLAB tonight. But anyway, I did want to make sure we welcomed everybody. And you may be on a page that actually is what's called a share code page. A share code page of this means that somebody has their own domain name that is in the upgraded version in PowerLead system, and that they can create custom pages. The only difference is they use a share code, which enables them to essentially copy this page, but put their domain on it and invite people to it. And in those pages, right below down there, you'll see a little Lead Lightning logo. And if you're on that, you can click on that for another person and you can join them in Lead Lightning. And what's the value of that? Well, if you don't have a marketing system, honestly, you need one. You need a way to capture leads or to have people on a list and to communicate with them. And for $7 one time, you can do that with Lead Lightning. Now, if you need more customization, then you will need to upgrade to PowerLead system. Great system. You can't use the share code unless you are upgraded, okay? So I just want to give you some of those distinctions. Now, if you are just on CoachBGoldNuggets.com, that, is just a generic page for the PowerLead system group, our community. And if you've been invited there, then you need to get back with the person who invited you, okay? So down there below in the chat bar, if you're a visitor, if you're visiting with us, let people know so they can say, hey, great to have you. The other thing I want you to put down there in that chat is if you've ever just watched a BLAB, okay, BLAB. If you don't know what it is, you probably haven't watched one. But if you have, just put it on there. Again, it's different than being a participant. Just like Barry and I are the participants here, and you all are watching, then in BLAB, you can be a participant on with the camera, or you can be just watching that. So if you watched a BLAB, put it down there. If you participated on a BLAB session, put it in there, okay? So, Barry, you actually got with a couple of ladies the other night. What were some of the things that you all got a chuckle over? I mean, or thought, wow, this is kind of crazy. What's going on here? You just kind of did a little test, right?
Yes, we did. And with BLAB, what I noticed was it was very easy or very simple for me to sign up and create a BLAB account. It just connects with your Twitter. So if you don't have a Twitter, you've got to get one of those. And BLAB, one of the things that we had trouble with, I don't know if it was just a personal thing on somebody else's computer, but we had trouble connecting to it to get on with a camera, video, audio, stuff like that. But I think that was just our time. We were just trying to get the hang of BLAB, because there wouldn't be that many BLABs on BLAB right now if it was technically challenging. But what I say is it was so easy to set up your title, your keywords, your search tags and stuff like that, and to invite people. And I like how it had 4 people on the screen at one time instead of just sitting behind a screen like I am now, where it's just one person. And I think it's easier, like when you're standing on stage, is it easy to stand on stage by yourself or with a group of people that you know? So I think BLAB also makes it easier for people to get comfortable with the camera, because that can be really intimidating sometimes. I liked how it had the chat feature to the side of it. Like on Google Hangouts, we have to have the chat bar or the chat box in there on our page so that we can communicate with people that are watching it. If you're a participant on the Google Hangout, Dottie and I, we could send IMs to each other on the Hangout that way, but we couldn't see that from our viewers. But on the BLAB, there's a sidebar that has a comment section, and I can reply to them from on the BLAB itself, or they can, and the viewers in the chat box can talk amongst themselves. So it was really user friendly, and there was a lot of engagement there. And I'm sure you've got more to touch on that too, Dottie.
Yeah, those are great insights, Barry. Let me explain just a little bit. You can do a Google Hangout and have that same kind of functionality, but think about it, Barry. What we're doing, we're taking the Google Hangout link or the embed code, however you want to say it, and we're bringing it over and putting it inside a branded page. Now, why do we do that? Okay, well, first of all, you could actually watch that over on YouTube or over on Google, but there's a lot of distractions going on over there, and there's not the branding like we have right here. So that's the reason that we are able to take a Google Hangout link, okay, and actually put it into a branded page like you're looking at right now. And when we do that, then we would actually have to have 2 of them up. And Barry, you can bring that up right now. As you know, the main thing you have to make sure is that you don't have it on, because it starts looping back through and you hear it going 2 times, except one's a little bit of a delay. Okay. So think about it this way. We're going to be going over to the BLAB platform. The analogy would be if we were just on the Google Hangout platform, not inside of a branded page, okay? That's why you can see that, Barry, if that helps you. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so let's go on over here. I'm going to do a little bit of a screen share. And let me just click on that. It's probably going to go to infinity for a second. You know the deal.
Oh, yes.
All right. So right here, okay, this is what happens. I logged out so that I could show you. Can you see the screen, Barry?
Can you blow that up to full screen? Because I see the infinity in the background.
Okay, it should be on the full screen. Let me just see why that's doing that. Okay, can you see? No, I went back on it.
It's at infinity.
Yep. Oops, I just went off BLAB. Because I've got it on full screen. Can you not see that?
Well, I can see the screen. I just see the infinity in the background. That's much better.
Let me try to cover it up even more. Is that okay?
Yes, that's much better.
Okay. All right. So thanks for letting me know that. That's the value of having 2 people on, so you can kind of see what's happening there. As you can already see, when you look at this, you see that 4 people are here, okay? In the Google Hangouts like we're doing, the person who's speaking is in the big box. Now, you can leave that in Google Hangouts. You can leave that and let it just flip back and forth between who's speaking, and that's really actually okay if there's just a couple of people. But if you have like 10 people, oh my goodness, it makes you go crazy with it bouncing back and forth. So when you have because you can have up to that many people on a Google Hangout as far as participants. But what I usually do is I lock in the person who's speaking, so that if somebody makes a comment, it's not flipping back and forth. Because right now, if I didn't have it locked in, if I wanted Barry to comment, when he did, it would flip it back to him. So we want to keep it right now on this screen. So you can still see that, right, Barry?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. So this is what Barry was talking about with the 4 screens. Now, granted, only one person's talking at the time, but at least it makes you feel like you're not in this big screen all by yourself, And in Google Hangouts, when you are in the big screen, you're supposed to be saying something, offering some information. So anyway, it's just a really great way to bring some people in. Now, the difference here is it's a maximum of 4 people. So we call it the BLAB seat. If we want somebody else in the BLAB seat, we've got to vacate somebody. We got to put somebody out of here. So you do just sign up with Twitter. So all you would do is click here, okay, and sign up with Twitter. I mean, that's about as easy as it gets, right, Barry?
That's as simple as I can make it.
Yeah. So, I mean, the other night when I was on with you, I just said, hey, Barry, go to blab.im, and I said, go ahead. Oops, I put blam. Well, I think I better spell that right. Blab.im. So again, blab.im. Barry, you might want to type it in the comment section of our page.
Okay.
So this is how you all can go. Now, you also want to go and look for this symbol, because when you're downloading apps, there's all kind of names that can be similar to something. You want to make sure you get the right one. So you look for that symbol that looks like that, download it on your phone. Why am I saying that? Because you can be on your phone or on your computer. Now, I would recommend, if you're running a BLAB, that you do it from your computer, simply because it's easier, okay? It's going to be easier if you're running it to do the controls and all. Now, if you are just going to be watching a BLAB, easy enough to do that from your phone, no big deal. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in right here. So I'm going to sign in with Twitter. should be already up. Okay, there we are. So right now you can see this brings up, let me just show you a few things. All of these shows are happening right now, okay? I mean, look at all these going. Look at all the tags going. You can click on tags and you can bring up ones in that tag. You can search for a tag, okay? Like if I wanted to search for BLAB Mavens. Okay, you could search for anything like that. BLAB Mavens, you know, stuff like that. BLAB Sisters. I got BLAB everything. Let me just go back here. Let's see if we got anything happening there. So you can have random. You can, I mean, you really can just search just about anything that you want to search, okay? So let's just kind of go over here, and I'm going to show you, this is my actual BLAB channel. Can you see that, Barry?
Yeah, I see it.
Now, I just started, you know, like, it'll tell you how many days ago, at least it did, 8 days. I just set this up 8 days ago. So anyway, you know, you can see it gives you consistent branding. You know, I've got on there BLAB Maven. It's got one replay. Okay, so here's the replay. Every Monday, I'm having what's called Mind Shift Mondays. And it was about embracing and breaking through chaos. We'll talk about chaos. I forgot to hit the record button because everybody that was coming on as a participant had never done a BLAB before. Now, I would recommend that you do one first, but you can't test it without actually doing it, as Barry found out. So what you can do is if you go set up a new BLAB, you can say this is a test, and you can choose an actual, in other words, I'll show you that in a minute. You can choose tags that say first BLAB or anything like that. Now over here, you can edit your profile. So if I go right here, I can go to edit profile. You can choose what kind of information you want. Push notify me, email me, whatever you want. And you can have your email in there. You can have your bio. You can upload an image, you know, so all of that's right there. Now it's only a certain number of, you know, it's going to let you know when you're done, when you can't put any more, you know, letters in there or anything. So right now, it will tell you, you know, which events you've got going. So if you look right here, every Wednesday, Barry, what I'm going to be doing, and this is why I want to bring this up for our Power Lead System audience, so that you understand there's a way to get going with what you want. You can put right over here a link. Think about this, a link that could go back to you. So this goes back, you know, to one of my pages where people can get something at, they can come to all of these trainings for free. They can get free tools. So, you know, you can put some link that you develop in Power Lead System or Lead Lightning, either one, you can have that there. Now, you'll notice right here, it says Coach B Gold Nugget show number 1. That's my first one. And I've called it, just like I've got Mindset Mondays, I've got Hump Day Wednesdays. So the topic for tomorrow is when to hang out and when to blab. Now, you'll notice up here, Barry, is yours blab.im/Barry Tuck?
It might be. Let me click on that.
Okay. Because what happens is you can go there and you can follow people, okay? You know, you can go right there and you can follow them. You can find them on Twitter. Well, what I did is I took that BLAB link and I went and got a custom domain. So if I go here, then you're going to see that blabmaven.com goes to that actual link. And it's the same information, but it's easy for me to share with people that way. So if I was going to start this, all I would do is I would click on the Start Now button. That's how easy it is. But let's just see what this says. So you'll notice that this says, tell a little bird. Well, that means I can just send this out right now on Twitter, because why? It's integrated with Twitter. So I'm just going to post a tweet because I want people to come and join me. And I'm going to show you some things. Barry, this is where it gets really interesting. I'm going to show you some things that I did to promote the BLAB that I did for my first one on Monday. And when that happened, we had 40-something people show up at that BLAB. Now that's pretty good because we'd never done one before. So as you can see, people can come here. Now, if they come here, what they're going to see is if I sent somebody this link, okay? If I sent them my link that was, let me just go back over here and I'll show you again, blab.im/Dottie Berry. And if I clicked on this, that's a special link. Do you see that, Barry?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So if I gave somebody that, I'm going to send it. I'm going to send it over to you, Barry, in Facebook in a minute. Or do you want me to send it to you in the Google Hangout?
You can send it either way.
Okay, in a minute then, I will send that in the Google Hangout. The reason, because I want, when you screen share, I want people to see what that's going to look like, okay?
Okay.
Let me just, so what that'll look like is it'll ask Barry to subscribe. Why? So that people can get in, you know, they'll know when your BLAB is happening. So think about this. That's a list in essence you begin to build of people who are following, trying to find what you're up to. Now, my Wednesdays, the Gold Nugget shows, that's going to be all about internet marketing, okay? My mindset, and my mind shift, I should say, I called it mind shift, Barry, because I don't want to have a mindset. What does set mean? That means it's like set. Even if it's a positive mindset, it's set to think one way. Maybe even if you're positive, you need to change your mindset. So I call it a mind shift because I'm constantly shifting, not just daily, but hourly, minute by minute, to life situations and to people. So that's how those are set up. Now I'll show you something else. So like on Friday, let's see, Friday, I'm doing one with Jonathan Budd. Maybe you all have heard of him. He's a great internet marketer, has a company on solar. So I'm going to do that. But look at this next Monday. I'm going to do one next Monday called Millionaires Don't Use To-Do Lists. Did you know that, Barry?
No, what do? Do they outsource it? Because I would always have to have a to-do list.
Well, they don't. What they have is a calendar, and they mark it off in 15-minute increments. And anything they have to do goes on their calendar. And if it's not on their calendar, they don't, and they really stick to those type of 15-minute increments. Can you imagine? I added up how many 15-minute increments would be in 7 hours. It'd be 28 things. Can you imagine the power behind getting 28 different things done in a single day? Maybe that, hey, listen, maybe in your business, that's 10 calls. Maybe that's reaching out on Facebook to 10 people. Maybe that's doing 5 tweets and 5 Pinterest posts. Do you understand what I'm saying, Barry, how that could really segment your day and help you?
Wow, I've never heard of that before, but that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I actually posted it on my facebook.com/Coach Dottie Berry. And so when I do this next Monday, I'm going to give people the link to that article that I discovered. Because Barry, I got to tell you, that got me to thinking, you know, wow, how do you do this? How can I be more productive? So you can see how basic this is. Very easy to set up. Now I'm going to show you how easy it is to start a new BLAB, okay? So here's how it goes. It says host a BLAB. Does it get any easier than that, Barry?
No,
Okay.
no.
So what if I called this hashtag first BLAB? And usually, just so you'll know, this is not going to show up in the link as a hashtag, okay? But it will show up in your title as a hashtag. So somebody might see that, and then you could go in the comment section and put hashtag first BLAB. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to you, Barry? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. That makes sense.
Okay, just want to make sure. Now, notice right here, they call it, you can choose up to 3 tags, okay? It tells you right there. Tag it so people can find it. So you notice it says first dash blab, because see, this is going to create a link, you know, in everything. And so you can set this up any way you want. So I might have first blab, showing test on Google Hangout training. How about that? Okay. And I might put Coach B, you know, or something like that. I mean, I could put whatever I wanted. So then what I would do is it would say, do you want to go live now? Do you want to do it in the future? What other tags do you think would be good for something like that, Barry?
Hanging out.
Ah, there you go. I think that's a good one. What would be the third one?
Marketing.
Marketing.
Or social media.
Ah, what do you think? Which one?
Let's go marketing. Let's do that.
Okay. I was going to say, let's go social media. I think let's go social media. We'll just do this. Okay. Because if you think about it, well, either one could be, but you could go or in the future. So let's say that I set that up and I put, well, I want to do it at noon. I'll leave it PM because that would be noon. And let's say that you'll notice that it only goes so far out to October 19th. In fact, I've got to change one that I've got on there because I needed it to be on the 19th and I had to go ahead and set it up for the 18th because you can schedule these out, which is really cool. So let's say that I wanted, let's say today, let's see, that's Friday. Now, I do wish I could tell the dates. I can't tell the dates on here, so I always have to go look at my calendar. But let's say that that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Let's say I wanted to do that on the 29th, okay? Then all I would do is schedule the BLAB. Does that make sense? I just schedule it like that. So there it is. It's going to tell me it's happening in 6 days, 17 hours, or whatever. So I don't want to start it now. So if I went and see right here, I could put something like showing people at Coach B Go Nuggets Tuesday night training how to set up a BLAB, right? So you stick it in there, and that's a note.
Is that link clickable in the chat box?
Yes, it is.
Oh, great.
Yeah, see, so that's a little nugget there, isn't it?
So when we schedule, if we schedule those out in advance, we should always put something in the chat box there. So when people come and look at it, they'll have something to read.
Absolutely, absolutely. You're right on target. So look, you can have questions in here. If somebody wants to ask a question, make sure they put /Q, and because if they just type it in, for instance, in here, it's going to get in all the comments and those kind of things, and that's harder for you to find. So you tell them, look, if you're going to ask a question, put /Q for question, and then you can go over here and it'll pop it up. You can have mentions in there, type something cool, you know. So there's all kind of things you can do. So let's go over and let's just kind of look right now. Let's say if I go over and I go to BLAB Maven, I'm going to see what comes up. Should be there. I saved it, didn't I? Or did I?
You did, because when you start a new BLAB, it automatically saves. So it's probably towards the bottom.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what? Because I did the date. There it is. Yeah, they're in alphabetical order. Thank you for reminding me. Now, here's one thing that I found, and I don't know why. They must do it on a weekly basis. With the time, see how that is, and see how there's no time here yet. I noticed that first off. The only times that show up are the week that you're in. So they must do it, I guess, Monday through Monday, because this one is now showing up. And I can tell you, when I did this, set it up last week, it was not showing a time. It was only showing a time on the ones of the week I was in. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there we are right there. Now I'm going to go down to this one because I set one up. Oh, see this one on the 18th? I really don't want it on the 18th, but that was as far out as I could do it yesterday. So I'm going to edit this one. So I'm going to go in here. I do want it at noon, but I want it on the 19th. And when you're editing anything, make sure that you re-click the date, because what I have found is whatever date you had it, it reverts back to the other one. You see how when I went on it, it was on the 17th and it was actually set for the 18th. So I just change it to the 19th, which is when I really want it, and I update my BLAB. Okay, now it should be down there, and there it is. It's on the 19th now. So this one that I just set up, that will be on there unless I trash it. Now I may just leave it there and just go there and see who shows up. Because why would that be valuable to do that, Barry?
Well, because someone probably wants to know what, when to use BLAB and what to use the Google Hangout. So I think, but you're also building a follower. So it'd be good to know how many of your followers are really listening to your BLABs. And you can go in there and click on that Tell Your Birdie icon and send it out to your followers.
Yep, but here's another reason. Let me just go here. What have I put in there?
A date?
What's over here? Can you see that?
Oh, your website.
Yeah, this is the website to invite them to what we're doing here for everybody in our community. Okay, so that's a great thing, because we empower people in Power Lead System to bring people to what we're doing on Tuesday nights and discover what's going on. So I could actually get on here and I could explain, hey, we do a Tuesday night training for our overall Power Lead System community for everybody, that benefits everybody, not just, oh, did you bring them in? Did I bring them in? No, it's for everybody. So this is what's great. So we can just kind of show them, this is how you do a first BLAB. We were talking about setting it up. Why don't you go in there, and if the training on BLAB is gone, just go into the archives and check out the training, so you'll be able to learn something, because somebody may say, oh, I don't know how to do that. So these are the interesting things that you can actually do with BLAB. So let me just go back here, and does that make sense on how we set it up, Barry?
Yes. I have a question.
Yes.
If they follow you on BLAB, do they automatically follow you on Twitter and vice versa?
Yeah, well, right here, if you are in one of the BLABs, they can follow you. Do they automatically, just because they come into a BLAB? No, not necessarily.
Not automatically, but if they subscribe to your video or follow you on BLAB, does it automatically follow them on Twitter?
It's my understanding that that is true if they do that. But if they come in, let me take that back. If they come in, one of the things we ask people to do is go up next to the person's, picture when they're on the BLAB and follow. Like if we go back right here to the replay right here, we're going to see. We'll just kind of show you right here.
Okay. So, hey, we might have missed it there. I don't know. We did miss it.
See what I said? We missed the very first part of it.
That sounds like a great one. I've got to go back and watch that one.
Yeah, so we caught 22 minutes of it, but we had some great sharing going on, and there's all kind of comments, and look at the engagement there now, and you can go and follow people. And all that kind of thing. So anyway, there's different things that we put over here. So this is how that can work. Now, I'm going to go back because I wanted to send one to you, Barry, so people can see. Like, I'll send you this one.
Oh, well, I'm actually on your page. I could probably just click on it.
Yeah, absolutely, you can. If you go there, go to the one that and then it'll show you where it'll ask you to subscribe. So before we do that, let me show you all a couple of things that you can do, okay? So I'm going to go over to Facebook, and I'm going to show you some of the things that I did. There's Barry. This right here was about Instagram and all. Yeah, you notice that I put some things in here. See right here, I said excited about BLAB Maven show #1, Mindset Mondays. So when you are clicking on here, it's inviting people, you know, to come and check it out. So you notice even if they didn't come live, they can see the recording. So what I'm hoping to do is help people understand how powerful this can be to begin to build your audience. And again, you could send them to your lead lightning link. And think about it, you've only paid $7 one time to get lead lightning. And that's a great link you can have where every time you offer lead lightning to somebody, you make $6. What's not to like about that? Plus you get a contact management system for managing your leads. And that's for life. And if you want to, you can use the other link. There's 2 links you get with lead lightning, and the other link can actually introduce people to your business, whether that's an offline or online business. Then if you want to upgrade and customize, then you can actually do a lot of different things with customizable pages, share codes. If you're a leader, you want to develop your own funnels and then share your code with other people. So those are some of the things you can do on Facebook. You can tweet it out, you know, all of these things are possible. I even went and made a BLAB channel on Pinterest. Let me just show you real quick. So I'm just trying to give everybody the idea of how this works. So I go over here and, oh, you know what? I have to move it up because there's my secret boards. Oh, here it is. So here's what I need to do. I need to move it up, right? I set it up, but do I want it down there? No, I want to bring it on up here. So I'll just kind of like put it right there. Okay, here's my tiny homes. So now I've got my BLAB channel. I actually call it streaming video for business. Okay, because that's where it's at really. You know, so I took each one of my BLAB events that I had set up at the time, and I went and put a link to it in here. So again, it goes back to whether you have somebody comes live or whether it's recorded, they can come there. So Barry, I'm going to change it over to you right now.
Okay, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
When these videos are recorded, is there a way for us to download that video and put it on like a blog or maybe even our own Power Lead system page?
Yeah, here's what's so powerful about BLAB. They actually send you both the audio and the video files. I mean,
wow.
I mean, you know, talk about valuable. I mean, there are so many things. I don't want to overwhelm people with, you know, too many details tonight because I realize that most people aren't even on BLAB yet. Some people haven't even heard about it. I mean, we all blab in life, but we didn't know there was somewhere we could actually come. You know, Barry, I'm going to switch back, but I'm going to share one thing with you before I hand it over to you here.
Okay.
Let me stop screen sharing. But here's the great thing. I want you to imagine, I come from the South, can't tell it by my accent, right? Atlanta, Georgia, lovely Atlanta, LA of the East Coast. Let's say that we're all sitting in the living room. Barry, if you and I were there, we could see each other, couldn't we? Let's say we had a couple more people. Well, we would all be looking at each other, right? We're sitting right there in the living room. So just consider BLAB to be your electronic living room. You're sitting there sharing, talking. You're going to see all types of subjects on BLAB. So you have to decide how you want to start branding. I know that I am going to start using Wednesdays as some ongoing BLAB. I recently got 247blab.com because once a month, I'm going to try to put together a 24-hour blab, okay, where I actually have probably 10 or 12 people set up in different parts of the world. I'm going to start the blab on my channel, and I'm going to hand it off to them and have them hand it off to somebody. So we're going to have it where we have people going one after another into a blab for 24 hours. Does that sound like some fun, Barry?
Wow, that should be a lot of SEO value there too, because you'll be running at all hours of the night.
Yeah, so Barry, I'm going to wait till you get to Japan, and that's when I'm going to run that first one. I'm going to hand it off to you in Japan. I'm going to get George on it in Greece. You know, I mean, you all, you know, just use your imagination. What you can do with this is limitless. And, you know, just kind of like with Instagram, where there's, you know, you kind of get that one link over there because it's a limited number of characters you can use. The good thing is you can just kind of narrow it down. It's almost like having a super niche, you know, or an epic niche. You know, when you think about epic, you think about something really huge. Well, the reality is epic can mean it's huge because it's so niched down into the small. Does that make sense? You get it big because you have this one link and you're just powering it into that one. And that's where you can offer value to people, because that's how you begin to have a reputation, is when you show your face. You know, you don't hide behind your computer. You're doing it because you want to be high tech, high touch. It's what we talk about all the time. Use the internet, use your internet marketing to connect with people, engage with people. So, Barry, I'm going to turn it over to you now, and you go over and show some about your blab, and let's see what, let's see how it comes up when you click on mine, because it should come up that you're able to subscribe.
Okay. So can you see the screen here? I'm on your blab.
Yeah.
Okay. So I subscribed to your Monday show.
Okay.
No, this is the Wednesday show.
Okay.
I subscribed to that one. So let's say if I wanted to go, I want to do your next. I definitely want to hear your next Mind Shift Mondays. So I would subscribe to that one. And that's it. I should probably get like a reminder, I guess, on my Twitter or my email that your show is starting, right?
Yep.
And that's it. It tells me how long it's going to be.
Yeah. Now, see, what you can do is tell a little bird, show how that works.
So I just click the blue button, tell a little bird, and that'll go out to my Twitter followers.
Yeah, it'll go out to your Twitter group.
There it goes. I guess it went out there. Yeah. But Dottie, I had this Twitter back when Twitter first came out, and I haven't used it. I joined a long time ago, and I still had a username. My username is Follow Barry. Yeah. I think I'm gonna see if I can change that username or just create a different account, because I want all of my social media profiles across the board to be Barry Tuck. Absolutely.
And you know, that's something a lot of people don't understand early on, and they'll have 5 or 6 different names. And when you're doing social media, you want to have a consistent name. Now, I couldn't, you know, mine had to be a little bit different because of what was available here. But, you know, you want to have as much consistency as possible, okay, across. I mean, even if, let's say one of them, somebody had Barry Tuck, you might be able to get Coach Barry Tuck, you know. But one way or another, you begin to create your own identity. So if you can change that, you know, you might just have to set up something else. And a lot of people, you know, Barry, the conversation has been, how relevant is Twitter? Well, I'd say with the addition of it connected through Blab, it's very relevant right now.
Yes. I think this is definitely going to bring some life back to Twitter.
Yeah. So here's what I'm going to ask you to do, Barry. Go back over to where you were with mine and subscribe to all of them, just so you give me some love.
Is there a way if I subscribe to you, I subscribe to all of them?
You know, I've been wondering that myself, because I thought, gosh, I wish that when somebody
followed you, I don't know.
I wish that when somebody, well, when you follow me, you're going to get updates about them. That's for sure. But what I wish was that on my Monday Mindset show, that anybody who subscribed to that would be in there for all my Monday Mindset shows. And anybody, like, click on the solar one right there. Are you going to be able to join me on that one?
Probably not, unless it's no, I couldn't do that one.
Yeah. Okay. And you know what? Oh yeah, I thought, that says wrong. No, but it's 10 a.m. my time. See, so now you're subscribed to that. But at least if you get away or something changes, you can jump on. And here's what happens. You may be participating in it, you may be not. But you can see over there who all subscribed so far. Anyway, it's kind of cool how it works. So go ahead and show us yours, Barry, and what you're trying to get set up. Because I know, Barry, I recommended that you do this. And the other thing that I did is I went on Instagram and I actually posted about it on Instagram that my Monday show was coming up. So, I was putting it out there across many platforms, and that helps you brand.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I haven't saved or scheduled any videos. Just, Lisa and Cheryl and I, we hopped on and just talked about it the other night. It was Sunday night, I believe.
Cool.
Yes, it was Sunday.
So let's set you up something, okay? Go ahead and start a new BLAB. Let's really let people see hands-on. What do you like if you're going to do something for your millennials? What could you do?
Well, also like I was starting to do a mindset Monday as well, Millennial Mindset Monday. I like your tip on mind shift, so I may piggyback off that in the future.
Okay.
But I think one of my topics I like is how to overcome or how to stop negative self-talk. That's a big one, right? How to overcome negative. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, here's what I'm going to suggest you do. I want you to start numbering your shows, okay? And rather than just having a title, put it at the beginning. Go back and look how I did that. Kind of use that as a model, if you will.
Okay, we're not on your BLAB now. So did you put...
just go to it real quick.
Number 1?
Yep, I put... It depends on what you call it. I see I'm branding mine as Mind Shift Mondays. See, go look at it.
Okay, I see it. Show number 2.
I'm calling it BLAB Mavens Show number 2, Mind Shift Mondays.
Mm-hmm.
So think up something that's special to yours that you want to call it.
Okay. Starting a BLAB.
Yeah, I would kind of have millennial. In fact, I would even make it shorter. I would just call it Millennial Monday.
I was thinking that too. I like that because maybe every day is not going to be about mindset.
Yep, exactly. So put a hashtag in front of your millennial. Okay. So what's your put show number 1 or just put number 1? Millennial. So why don't you put Millennial Monday, leave out that dash so that you can gain another space and put the dash after that, just to kind of give it some, because you're going to call it Millennial Monday number 2.
Okay.
Now you can call it Millennial Monday Show number 1 because you got.
I like that. I like that too, Dottie, because when you joined BLAB 8 days ago, I joined probably 2 days ago.
Right.
And, I don't want to recommend to others. I want to see if you agree with me on this. Even if you're not ready to start a BLAB tonight, go ahead and set up your BLAB channel so your days can start counting. Because I think the more time you spend on BLAB, and I like you recommended numbering these shows. So if I say this is show number 27, I'll probably have more credibility to the viewer because they'll see that consistency. They'll see that, oh, he's been doing this for a while.
Absolutely. There's no doubt about it, Barry. You are right on target. So these are great nuggets that you're sharing with people here. So you're going to get 3 tags. That's all they give you. Now, if you wanted you know, if somebody wanted to in the moment, they would just go live, you know. Joel Comm the other day, he was just doing one right after another. Man, he was just doing some great stuff. But let's schedule it out, okay?
Okay. So I want to do this in the future. And say I want to do this Friday.
Okay. What time you want to do it? It's going to be in your time zone, by the way.
Well, let's make it Monday since it says Millennial Monday. All right.
There you go.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah,
so
I
I'm
do.
going to do this probably 5 p.m. my time.
Now, you might want to make it a little bit later. There you go, because people are getting home from work, you know. Right.
Maybe I could even do 6. So that's where I would just play around. I would. Yeah. You can't perfect what you don't start. I heard that quote the other day, and like you and I always say, done is better than perfect.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
Like taglines, just like schedules. Your stuff will change, but you can't perfect it and create a better one until you start somewhere.
Right. How do you create a better mousetrap if you never created a mousetrap?
You don't.
Yeah. Okay, so you've got everything set. So schedule.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Now there you go. You've gotten started. See, it's just that simple. Barry had to take some action, you know. And now what he can do, he can go out, he can promote that on Twitter. Let's go ahead and tell a little bird.
And that too, I was thinking, since we have that link there, or the way we can type something cool here in the chat box.
Yep.
I think this would be cool too, is that if you could offer something like, you know, like we always talk about in Power Lead System, offer something of value.
Yep.
So if you're going to cover a topic that night and you want to create like a worksheet or a PDF, you can say, click here to download my PDF to take great notes and fill in, you know, these action steps that we're going to be talking about tonight. That'd be a great way to get some, to build your list and get some contacts that way.
Absolutely, because in that PDF, what are you going to put? Your contact information.
Exactly.
So you just gave me a great idea, Barry. That's what I love about working with you, you know, because think about it. With a BLAB, you cannot screen share. So you know what? If you go back and look at mine, I was holding up little signs. And you know what I ordered from Amazon yesterday? I ordered these little whiteboards on a stick. They look like little fans, and they're multicolored.
Let me come off screen share and you'll show us.
What's that?
I'm going to come off screen share and you can show us.
What I ordered?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm coming up now.
I'm going to go look for it real quick.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. So let me hang on one second. I'm going to go find it real quick.
Okay.
So Barry, how about sharing with people while I'm finding this a little bit more?
Show them up in front of the screen here.
What's that?
I thought you were just going to show them up in front of the screen here, what you did on the BLAB.
Oh, it would have to get to that point. Do you follow what I'm saying?
Okay.
Hang on 1 minute. Yeah, I can pull some of them. Just a minute. 1 second. Let me get back over here. Okay, I'm going to show you. All right, let me find them. All right, here's what I did. Da, 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 da. All right, I said, hello, everybody. This is Dottie Berry, aka Coach B. So guess what I did? Hashtag Coach B. Since I can't screen share. And then I said, today we are talking about a mind shift. Hey, mind shift versus having a mindset. All right. In fact, I'm working on a book right now. It's talking about creating, think about this, creating a mind shift versus having a mindset. So there we go. And then I pulled up this. I got a little picture here. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
So that way there were some visuals. And then I was training, let me see if there was one more page I had. Oh, here we go. I was talking about embracing chaos and moving through it. And it was a great thing because Yorm, a friend of mine who's a great coach out of California, he came on and we were all talking about, you know, people think, oh, I don't want chaos in my life. I said, what? You want to be dead? I mean, chaos is life. Seriously. But people run from chaos, and so it's like it just stays attached to them and it limits them. So here's, what I've trained on a lot, and I call this second law of thermodynamics and the S curve. But Barry, you see, this is what a lot of people do. They stay stuck here a lot because when they go moving up to chaos, they get scared and they come back down. Hey, I've done that. Have you ever done that, Barry? Get scared?
Oh, yeah.
So, this is like the most well-worn path in the world, that one right there. But I used this because, think about it, people are visual. When I'm talking about this S curve and, going up towards chaos, they're like, what? So then I said, if you can embrace chaos and realize that there's gold in that chaos, you mine the gold, then you can have breakthroughs. And when you have breakthroughs, and this is called stable. Okay, a lot of people say, I want a stable life. I said, you do? You want to be stuck? Oh my gosh. So when you break through, it's called metastable. And that is the best. That is when you are your unique you. You're the best you are. And that's right here, Barry, when you break through, that's aha moments. But what happens is when the pressure gets going, like this, people stop and they come back down. They leave out of fear. Somebody's going to reject me. Somebody's not going to like me. Somebody's going to say no. What if, when you're doing this, people just say yes more? I mean, how cool is that? So you're breaking through. So those are the kind of prompts that I did. And when you get on a BLAB, there's some, as you look at it, there's some little hands down on the bottom right. And that's where you click the give love, and it's, little hands. So since people were new on there, I, as a person running the BLAB, would say to people, hey, go give Yoram some love. That was some good comments. Go give Yvette, go give Cheryl, give them some love. So people were going boing, boing, boing because they didn't know what that was. Does that make sense?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So it was just really a lot of fun. And
we have fun playing with those too.
Yeah. So I think what we have to do, and Barry, just to kind of wind it up and bring it to a close here, one of the reasons I'm introducing this to you all in Power Lead System, you might be saying, BLAB, what's going on here? Because everybody says, what do I do with my link? I mean, let's consider, we don't have a funnel right here. I usually keep a funnel in here. It's in the kitchen. But imagine this is your funnel, okay? That's what a link represents, whether you're Lead Lightning or Power Lead System. You get a link that people go into that funnel. Now, last week, Barry, you trained on creating a funnel. There's a great picture that was on there. Now it's in the recorded section. But if nothing goes into the funnel, nothing's going to happen. Would you agree, Barry?
Oh yeah, it's just like changing the oil in your car. If you don't put oil in the funnel, no oil is going to go into the engine. You
want to bake a cake? Well, you better go put some flour in that funnel and sift it and all that kind of stuff. Because if you don't, just a funnel in and of itself does nothing, okay? So there's got to be traffic to it. We've got great training in our back office. We've gone over that many times. I can't cover everything tonight, but I'm talking about traffic here when I'm encouraging you to go set up your BLAB channel, start blabbing, invite some people to join you. All you have to do in order to invite somebody is give them the link of the BLAB you set up. Once they go there, they just click on join. And when they join, it asks you as the moderator if you want to allow them to join, okay? And you simply say allow. You click on the allow button. Now, there's one thing that I did learn, thank goodness, before I did the BLAB, and that is when you're going to end a BLAB, you need to X out everybody in those chairs before you leave. Because if I just X out myself thinking I ended the BLAB, it's not over. It's not over till everybody's out of the seat. So you would be gone thinking it was over, and your BLAB would still be running over here, you know. And so remember to X everybody out and turn your record button off. And then in just a very few minutes, that recording is ready under your replays, okay? So, you know, you can click on and you can see your scheduled ones. You can schedule a new one. You can schedule it and trash it. You know, play around with it. Don't be afraid of it. I mean, again, better done than not, Barry, right? So, Barry, end us with some good words tonight because you always have some great words of wisdom. I'm going to let you end it tonight.
All right. Well, I always like to refer back to what was it, Babe Ruth, I believe it was. And one of the things he used to do, I shared this I think on the very first hangout that I was a part of with you, was that when he would strike out at the pitcher's plate or the batter's plate, he would walk back to the dugout with a smile on his face, and his teammates would understand, like, why are you smiling when you just struck out? You know, you just cost us, you know, a missed point. We struck out. And he said, well, I'm just one more strike away from hitting that ball over the fence.
Yeah.
So that's just like anything in our network marketing. When you feel like you're striking out with your social media, striking out with getting your Power Lead system custom funnel to look like you want to, well, you know, turn that frustration into fascination, because knowing that you're going to learn and eventually you're going to cross that speed bump or that hurdle and you're going to get what you want. And it'll be much better to be known for someone that you can reach out to for help than always be the one asking for help. Because when you learn how to work the Power Lead system, people will see you as a leader and will be able to come to you and ask you for help. So there's always value and consistency and pushing forward. So that's what I want to lead with. Turn your frustrations into fascinations.
Barry, I love it. You're awesome. And I really, really appreciate everybody being on here tonight. It's always a pleasure. We know that your time is valuable and that you spent it with Barry and myself while we shared some things with you. And you know what? If you liked that, give us some comments in that chat box below. I love BLAB, and go over on our Power Lead System Facebook group where we posted that we were going to do our training tonight and say, I love BLAB. I love that training. Go watch that training on BLAB, because I'm going to tell you what, it's going to help you grow your business. And that's what it's about. That's why we show up every Tuesday night. Barry and I don't get paid to do this, you know, by Neil and them. And we do it for everybody, not just people that are, you know, with our group with Power Lead System. This is for you. This is because we believe in you. Every one of you is a maven. You have a story to share and a skill to impart. Don't you ever forget it. You're awesome. And so are you, Barry. I appreciate you. We'll see you all next Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time, okay? Until then, choose a great week, everybody. Bye for now.